Alright, guys, we are about to look at some based fucking shit. We are about to look at some based shit here. Some based ACAB behavior. Listen. The drug war has very notably been an absolute disaster, okay? Well, it's actually done a very good job of doing what it was supposed to do, which is, like, disproportionately put minorities in prison for drug offenses that white people commit at pretty much proportional rates. No, it was literally, you know, the claimed goal was to reduce drug usage and drug related crime. The actual goal, the real goal, was to, you know, fuck over minorities, and that goal it has succeeded at quite well. Now the drug war is a unanimously hated thing at this point. There's been different words for the drug war used, like, you know, basically the whole pro-cop, like, movement right now, you know, is pro-drug war, though they won't outright state it because drug war is a very bad word in modern-day American lexicon, you know, politically, but they still support it. They still support it. They back the blue. They support all of the practices of the police and their heavy over-policing of, like minority majority neighborhoods and areas, and they specifically support the you know, the DA of insert given area having a more harsh record when it comes to the penalization of non-white people, right? DA and judges, right? So a lot of these problems exist in these communities, or in this particular issue, and these communities have faced this problem for a while, right? Particularly non-white and POC communities. So, as you can imagine, I am anti-drug war. I'm also in favor of, at the very least, significant reforms to our policing system and criminal justice system to alleviate these problems, because, for one, it's just racist. Like, the system is just fucking racist. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The data is there. The data does not fucking lie. The system is racist. It is systemic racism, as, you know, if you will. Another thing is, it's just not working. Like, this way of enacting justice, quote unquote, is not working. Recidivism rates are high as fuck in America, particularly when it comes to drug arrests. Not only that, but low-tier drug offenses only land those arrested and penalized for them generally in even worse criminal situations, because, I'm sorry guys, but it's pretty damn hard to survive in prison without breaking the law. If you're in, like, even the nicest county jails and prisons, nicest, quote-unquote, like, do we have anybody who served time in chat that can confirm this? It's hard to get by without breaking the law in some form. It might even be impossible, because people might think you're a snitch if you don't do something illegal while you're there. Prisons are crime factories. It should be the other way around. Prisons should be factories that take in criminals and produce well-educated, prepared, you know, productive members of society. That's what it should be. You should be going to prison, getting paid a decent wage that you can slowly start to save up while you're serving your time, so that you might have something. So one, you can either have money to send to your family, if that's what you need to do, or two, have money to save up for when you get out of prison. Can you imagine if prisons offered, like, a good education to their prisoners, and I mean a good education to their prisoners, along with, like, well-paying jobs for their labor? Right now, American prisons are legal slavery. Let's read the 14th Amendment really fast. Wait, wrong amendment. Slavery Gone Amendment. 13th. I was off by one. Listen, guys, there's a lot of those motherfuckers, okay? A lot of those amendments, okay? It's hard to keep track of them. They really do need to give them... If they called the 13th Amendment the Slavery Bad Amendment, no one would forget, all right? Here's the wording. Neither slavery nor involuntary servitude, except as punishment for crime, whereof the party shall shall have been duly convicted shall exist within the United States or any place subject to their jurisdiction. I repeat, neither slavery nor indentured servitude, except as a punishment for crime where the person has been duly convicted, which means right now most of our prisons and jails are forcing the incarcerated people there to work. Most of them are getting paid pennies an hour. Pennies an hour. It is literally on the fucking papers that designate the standards that our country is to be built upon, our laws and our rules and our social conducts. It says there, slavery is legal as long as it's a punishment by the state. And that's exactly what it is. So, with all these things in consideration, I thought it would be cool for us to watch this video. I ended up having it come up in my recommended not too long ago, and I only watched the first couple minutes, but after seeing just a couple minutes of it, I knew that I absolutely had to watch this on stream in its entirety with you guys. So I stopped the video, I didn't spoil myself any further, and yeah. So this video is called Cops Set Up and Busted, Illegal Raid on Fake Grow House. This was posted by a channel called Lackluster 9 days ago and has 2.4 million views. A lot of people have also sent me this video asking me to watch it, so let's go ahead and take a look. It's got a lot of views. It's blown the fuck up. Let's give it a watch.
You realize the failure of the war on drugs when someone tasked with combating it switches sides.
A one-time Texas drug agent described by his former boss as one of the best narcotics officers in the country.
Barry Cooper, cop busters,
controversial,
arrested, vigilante,
questionable,
tiny Christmas trees, watchdog,
illegal.
The Texas Rangers are investigating a sting Cooper carried out against Odessa police officers in 2008.
Welcome back to the
Prepare yourselves, the shit you're about to see is unfathomably based. The level of base you're about to witness is a level of base you probably thought could not exist.
Lackluster channel. Barry Cooper was once one of the nation's top canine and narcotics officers. During his tenure, he realized that the war on drugs was immoral and ineffective. His new understanding caused him to shift directions, and he created the Never Get Busted video series to teach people how to never get caught. Soon, he realized that he knew all the cops' dirty little secrets, like how they make a canine false alert, how officers use confidential informants to plant narcotics, and much more. With that wealth of information, he decided it was time to start busting bad cops.
By the way, the practices that he just listed are real. Like planting evidence and using informants as a loophole to like bypass needing a warrant, like the time needed to get a warrant and everything for a court order and everything. Like, yeah, there's a lot of really fucked up shit that's downright unconstitutional and illegal that the cops do, and they get away with it unless they get caught, and enough people make a stink about it. And that's what happens here.
This story begins with the arrest of Yolanda Madden, a single mother of two with no criminal history or issues with addiction. In 2005, she was arrested for possession.
Any drugs or weapons in there? It's your truck? Dad, there any drugs in it right now? Weapons? Nothing at all. Mind if we check it? We got information that's supposed to...
Dude, what a stereotypical cop. He's being a dick and using his power in like a super power trippy narcissistic way towards this random woman he's pulled over, and he even has the cop cut. Look at that. His head is shining. He has shaved everything but this tiny little island of hair on the top of his head. It's hard to tell with this very low quality video from like 2001 or whatever, but like, you can see it. That is the cop cut. This guy is the cop.
Though she was 100% innocent, she was convicted, and due to the weight of the illicit substance, she was sentenced to 8 years in prison. Yolanda's father had overwhelming evidence that the substances used to convict her were planted by a confidential informant who had accidentally hit the wrong target. Her father contacted Barry Cooper, as he not only ran cop busters, but he also previously worked in the area with some of the same officers involved. Barry decided to take action to catch the officers by setting up a fake grow house in the district, hoping that by doing so,
This is around where I stopped watching, was when he started explaining this plan. This plan, and when he started explaining this, is when I knew I had to stop it and watch this on stream. This shit is unbelievably based. Brace yourselves.
he could prove Yolanda's conviction was sourced by unlawful and unconstitutional actions of the officers involved. So in December of 2008, Barry found a vacant house and put tinfoil over the windows. He brought in grow lights and ventilation systems, all for the care and nurture for 2 small pine tree saplings, and to trigger an illegal raid by the Odessa Police Department.
Police are not supposed to run a search warrant or make an arrest on an anonymous tip alone.
Right.
And this vice unit has a habit of lying on search warrants and claiming they had an informant go in and see drugs in the house, and then they raid the house. We used to do it when I worked for them. If we couldn't get the evidence we needed and we wanted to raid the house, we lied and said an informant went in there.
So now, with
You know, it really is amazing to see, like, good cops are the ones that stop being cops a lot of the time. And that's what happened here. He stopped being a cop and dedicated his life and his career to exposing the kind of shit that he learned in his time in law enforcement that cops do. Just fucking based. Just epic and legendary behavior.
Barry's pine sapling nursery set up, cameras were installed.
And it really does feel vindicating, doesn't it? To see this guy that was literally called, quote unquote, one of the best narcotics officers in all of the United States, to be just out here spilling all the dirty secrets of the average, American police department. The ways that they, cut corners and fuck people over and engage in illegal activity to make their job easier. It feels very vindicating.
To survey the property, and it didn't take long for the Odessa Police Department to arrive at the location as planned. With weapons drawn, the officers enter the residence and systematically clear the house room by room. They finally make it to the room hosting the Christmas tree grove and realize that their anonymous tip was false.
Fine trees growing. Camera got all this stuff.
Well, I'm gonna see if I can turn on subtitles. Oh, auto-generated? Nope. You've been trolled.
Before leaving, they noticed a Copbusters t-shirt pinned to the wall, alongside a note addressing the officers that read, "You are the focus of a new reality TV show called Copbusters. There's nobody in the house and nothing illegal has happened. We will be approaching to interview you with cameras. Our crew will be in red t-shirts, like the one on the wall." The officers then find the surveillance equipment and leave, just as quickly as they arrived.
Yeah, because they got this camera here, they got 2 in there, and all the monitors are running up there in the cabinet. You can hear it running. No, you can set up.
You can hear them realizing they've been caught doing something bad. You can hear them realizing they've been caught doing something bad.
We're talking to the...
They don't know yet. They don't know yet that it's live recording, I don't think they realize this isn't like security footage being recorded on premises. This is like being streamed somewhere. I don't think they know.
Safety burden, so if you would, please not touch anything.
I'm not. I got my hands in my pocket.
We'll find out what we need to do with the cameras and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And just as the sign on the wall said, Barry Cooper and his camera crew were traveling to the house to film the officers' reactions to getting caught in the execution of an illegally obtained search warrant.
I want to see this.
Car behind them. Right behind them.
Oh yeah, baby.
That's it.
They're about to raid it. And Jason, you can tell they're in.
They're in.
They're in. Hang on.
They're in.
They're raiding it.
They kicked in the back door.
They're in. Back door.
They kicked in the back door. I didn't see it.
They got Adam in the front yard cuffed.
Handcuffed. They got Adam cuffed. Let them cuff all of us. Get these cameras ready.
All right. What? We're just pulling up.
They're just about to leave.
Go, go, go.
This is giga-based.
No. Right here. Stop. Right here. Right here. You got the cameras. Get them out. Ready? Let's go.
Go.
Hey, I'm Barry Cooper with Top Busters. Why are you in my house? What? Do you have a search warrant? I'm busy making sure these Odessa cops quit planting drugs on people, so you've been caught in a...
Free Yolanda.
Look, we're trying to cooperate. We're not giving nobody no hassle.
You did too. Y'all planted
Not giving nobody no hassle.
drugs on Yolanda and she's in prison because of it. That's giving people a hassle. You guys are wrong on this one and you know it and you got burnt. I'll show you the big. Oh, I want to see the affidavit. What judge signed an affidavit? There's nothing illegally going on unless y'all lied on that affidavit.
Okay.
What did you say to get in there?
Yeah.
What happened?
Talk to the detective.
After we set the trap house, it was the cops' job to do a proper investigation. And had they investigated properly, they never would have raided the house.
The information obtained by this operation was used to prove that the Odessa Police Department lied on affidavits used to obtain search warrants and eventually freed Yolanda Madden.
Tonight,
Let's go!
Yolanda Madden is a free woman, and she says she was falsely imprisoned for 4 years.
Today, District Judge Rob Junell vacated her sentence.
Sure. Hey! Yolanda! Wow! Hey, Frank. What's going on, guys? Good to see you, bro.
Because of the setup, Yolanda spent 4 years of her life in prison despite her innocence. The police chief responded to the fake grow house operation by...
Wait till you see how the police chief responded, dude. Holy fucking shit. This is a bit that I had spoiled for me because someone sent me this video along with a screenshot of it and said, this is how the cops responded to this guy's sting operation that caught them engaging in illegal raiding. And it was just this. On 12/03/2008, at approximately 9:30 p.m., a man entered the police department to report information about ongoing trafficking activity at 232 Lodeman Drive in Odessa. Here comes the part that I've seen.
by calling Barry Cooper immature and juvenile.
In a statement, Odessa Police Chief Timothy
Here's the bit
Burton
I've
calls
seen.
Cooper's actions juvenile and irresponsible.
They literally just say, oh, this was irresponsible behavior. How could they do this? Oh, this was juvenile. Oh, they try to play this like, shooting this for a reality show is some indictment on what was actually caught and exposed to the world. It really is just whining and breaking down over being exposed. Really fucking, It really is, like, blood-curdling, isn't it? Yeah, it's so childish to expose us for engaging in illegal police activity. Like, oh, you know, hey, holding the keepers of the law accountable for breaking the law, pretty cringe, bro. If this happened today, the police chief would have said, that was pretty cringe and gay of them to do.
Claiming that his actions were potentially illegal and
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, okay, this is what I saw. The potentially illegal activity served to waste law enforcement time and taxpayer money. They threaten him. This is a threat. This is a threat. There is no way to interpret this than it is a threat. Potentially illegal activity? There is no such thing as potentially illegal activity. Like, that's like, what are you talking about? This is a public statement being made as a news release. Well, You'll see what they mean by potentially illegal here in a moment.
Wasted the time of law enforcement and taxpayer money. Barry eventually ran for Texas Attorney General, but his contributions to help end the drug war brought him under the ire of the state.
This is what I was talking about. So this is where they raided the guy.
The police ran a search warrant on his home to seize his cop busters videos. Not narcotics, videos.
They raided his house to get the videos that he got of them breaking the law. That was what they were. Yep. First Amendment yeeted. Literally destruction of evidence. Yep. You're putting your life in danger if you speak out against the state in this way. It is dangerous. Speaking out against the state in this way is dangerous. There is a reason why whistleblowers do not live in America, for the most part. A lot of whistleblowers that have exposed like a dirty shit that fucks over the American people that the U.S. government is doing, they live out in Russia and shit like that. In countries that will not extradite them to America, where they will be imprisoned and punished for treason for informing the American people about how they're being fucked over by the state. When it really comes down to it, how much you're allowed to fight against the tyranny of the state, even if it is lawful, is really not that much. Like, if the people that are able to press the button that means that you get, sent to prison or killed want to, they can make that happen. That's not conspiracy shit. It's happened. They can make it happen. The CIA has had people that were inconvenient for them assassinated. That has been confirmed. The U.S. government has many times done this overseas. This is not even like a controversial fact, because the U.S. will just have leaders assassinated or killed or couped overseas if their values don't align with America. Not because they did anything or they're torturing their people or anything like that, but because they are, for example, spreading socialism. That's when they don't like that very much.
Executed a search warrant on Cooper's home. They confiscate his camera equipment, videos, and computers.
After the raid, they arrested him 3 times and his wife once under misdemeanor charges related to the Sting videos. All charges were later dismissed, but
they arrested him 3 times and arrested his wife 3 times after this, all charges later being dismissed, meaning that all 3 times it was bullshit attempts by the police department to scare him that didn't make it through court. That once shown to a judge, they're like, wait, you want to, for taking video of you breaking the... And it just got dropped. It's literally the equivalent of a slap suit, only the cops are doing it to a guy that's exposing their illegal behavior.
But while he fought them, the US government took his child and declared him and his wife an unfit parent for teaching them about the dangerous arms of...
He lost his fucking kids. He lost his... The state took his kids.
Of the state.
The state has taken away his child, Zach, and cited as a specific reason...
Rare Fox News W. True. That's what just happened.
That Barry and his wife, quote, are unsuitable and create an environment where the children believe the government is out to harm them. How much?
Their justification for taking the kids was that they were creating an unsuitable environment where they were teaching their kids the government is out to harm them. Yeah, Fox News, ironically enough, on a roll today. Like two dubs in one stream. Wild.
How much harm has Mr. Cooper done compared to the government? Stealing property, stealing freedom, and in this case, kidnapping his child.
So this was before Donald Trump came along, and there were actual real like libertarians that were platformed and had any level of popularity on the right. Like this was back during like the like peak of libertarianism. Right-wing libertarianism was at its peak during this era, I feel like.
Child.
And because of the alleged retaliation, Barry and his family fled to South America for asylum in 2011. Barry Cooper is now a criminal defense expert witness. that testifies against false alerts by dogs performing free air sniffs, search and seizure issues, and much more. He is also an international aide that helps train search and rescue canines around the world. He now refuses to train narcotics canines. Netflix has taken an interest in his life and activism, and a 4-part docuseries is currently being produced with an expected release in 2023. Barry and I are currently working together to create a live-streamed video podcast. The show will air in the coming weeks on the Never Get Busted YouTube channel. You can find all the original content.
Oh shit! He's got a YouTube channel! Well, if that interests you, go check it out.
Used to produce this video on that channel and our new show by using the links in the description and pinned comment. So be sure to head over.
I like how the vid was kind of an ad. The video was technically an ad, but at the same time, what a based fucking line of events. What a based man doing based things. And as much as I hate to say it, like, he got martyred. Like, there was no happy ending besides Yolanda getting freed. He was, like, punished for this. He's had to flee the country to be safe. And now he's made it his life's work to prevent the different ways that, like, American police and the state, you know, fuck over the people. God. What based behavior. These are based hours, if you ask me. Anyway, guys. Go check out the channel. Go check that out if that interests you. I really appreciate every single one of you who watched this video. If you enjoyed it, please consider leaving a like. It helps out my videos, my VODs, and my channel more than you even realize. And of course, if you want to see more from me, you can always subscribe and ring the bell icon to turn on all notifications, and follow my social medias, all linked down below in the description, including my Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and my fan Discord. And of course, finally, if you want to support me financially, you can always do so if you've got the money for it by donating, subscribing, or gifting a sub on my website, xanderhall.com/live, or supporting me through YouTube, Twitch, Streamlabs, Stream Elements, or even through Patreon. With all that said, thank you all so much for watching, and have a good one.